What's going on, guys? Boss OP6 here, back to another video, and today I'm reviewing Dynamite that just happened about a minute ago. And overall, pretty fun show. There was some pretty fine matches, pretty damn good main event. And yeah, but before I get into this review, I have received the tragic news that just happened earlier today. Blackjack Lanza has sadly passed away today. Infamous as one of the Blackjacks, along with Blackjack Mulligan. And he passed away. He was 86. JR confirmed it was something due to like a bad health condition, but it's really, really sad. Blackjack's one of the best tag teams of all time, especially if you look at the stuff at AEW back in the early 80s and all that stuff. And just the fire and energy that these guys brought is just immaculate. But rest in peace, Blackjack Lanza. You'll be missed, my good sir. Anyways, let's get into the review now, shall we? We are in Long Island, New York. And MJF's music hits, but Punk comes down. And he kind of cuts a heel promo. And in some instances, MJF is normally the heel while the person he's feuding with is the babyface. It's not in this case. Punk is treated like a heel, and MJF's kind of treated like the hometown babyface. While MJF will show his true colors later, but he comes out and he's talking shit about the Islanders, saying that they don't win as much. And he comes out, he has a shirt on. It's got like four wrestlers that are like pillars that hold up like this little coliseum. I think it was Jungle Boy, Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and I think Britt Baker. And, you know, he's talking about how I wanted to get into Britt's pants and all that stuff and yada yada. And Punk's talking about, you know, he's talking about the world title. He's keeping an eye on the title match between Hangman Adam Page and Bryan Danielson next week on Winter is Coming. And he says, and he said something about, you know, you got Roddy Piper. And he said something about Roddy Piper in Allentown or Frogtown or something like that. Like last week, and Punk says Piper in Frogtown has more heat than you or something like that. This is some good stuff. This is some great stuff here by Punk. And he says, well, since you brought my dog Larry into it, my dog has more balls than you and he's neutered. That is some good stuff right there. That was pretty good. He wants MJF. He says he doesn't care when he wants it. He doesn't care if he has to go to FTR, Sean Spears, Wardlow. He wants MJF. Okay, this is how you open up a show. This was some pretty damn good stuff. I would like to mention that somebody was wearing a King Diamond shirt up front. I approve of your shirt, sir. I like King Diamond. Anyways, we get an MJF vignette saying he might not be everyone's cup of tea, but tonight he is the hometown hero. He's like walking on a football field. He's got a Plainview jersey on, and the voiceover's talking about his, you know, accomplishments in high school and all that stuff. This is some great stuff here. Then we get the Diamond Dozen Battle Royal. I think these are the participants in the Battle Royal. MJF, Ricky Starks, Wardlow, Kazarian, Jay Lethal, Matt Hardy, Powerhouse Hobbs, Willie Hobbs, baby. Matt Sydal, Leo Rush, Dante Martin, Lee Moriarty, and I think Lee Johnson. If I messed that up, I apologize. They did not give any introduction to everyone else, so this was kind of a mess. But when the herd was starting to thin, it started to get a bit better. Sydal gets eliminated. Then during the match, the Bunny hands Matt Hardy some brass knuckles. He hits Jay Lethal. Then Lethal gets eliminated. Then Matt Hardy gets eliminated. And then Hobbs and Wardlow did a showdown, which that would be a pretty interesting match. But then Hobbs gets eliminated by Rush, I believe. It was kind of harder to track who was eliminating who. It was just so much going on here. And then Lee Johnson and Rush were about to get double chokeslammed by Wardlow. But Martin hits Wardlow with the knee strike, and then Johnson and Rush try to eliminate Wardlow, and then MJF eliminates all three of them. So now we're down to 4. Then Kazarian gets eliminated. Man, Kazarian has been, his stock has fallen this year. Like, I don't know what the hell happened. He was brought in as the elite hunter, and now he's getting eliminated in Battle Royals. I love Kazarian. I don't know what the hell they're doing with him, though. And then it's 2-on-1. It's Dante Martin and Ricky Starks. And Dante Martin throws out Ricky Starks. He just joined Team Taz like, what, 2 weeks ago or something? That was a long relationship. And MJF and Dante Martin, they win. If you don't know what the Diamond Dozen Battle Royal is, last two people in the Battle Royal are going to face off to determine who wins the ring. So next week is going to be Dante Martin versus MJF. So MJF wants a handshake. Martin accepts. Then Starks attacks him. And then MJF is like hesitant. Oh, should I go help him? Should I? And he's like, what the hell? He goes down. You think he's going to help out Martin? Nope, he helps Stark, attacks him. And then Punk comes down, MJF leaves, insecurity to Starks, GTS, okay, there you go. That's how you continue storyline. Okay, we're not off to a half-bad start here. This is some good stuff. And then we get Jurassic Express and the Varsity Blondes versus 2.0 and the Acclaimed. Caster talks about the Islanders, again, talking shit about the Islanders, saying that they haven't gotten a win. And he says, he's talking about, he says, MJF's promos make, even though MJF can't cut a promo, they're still better than New York getting Tony Romo, I think. I think that's how it went, but I mean, when he, nothing's gonna be better than the got more hands than Governor Comino or however the governor of New York. I got more blood on my hands than Frank Cuomo. No, that's not gonna get topped when you go to New York. In my opinion, it was either that or catch you slipping like Joe Biden. But okay, good stuff. I was afraid he was gonna go a little bit too far, like the whole Simone Biles thing, and we don't talk about that, and thankfully, he's been mature, hopefully. But the reason why I'm not talking about this match much is because it was just kind of there. Garrison takes out everyone, then they get heat, the heels get heat. The match wasn't bad, I just didn't really care about it. During one point, hot tag the Luchasaurus, and then attack the Jungle Boy. Eddie Kingston comes down, and then snare trap on Caster, and okay, Jungle Boy gets the win. Then Eddie Kingston and I think Santana Ortiz are like out in this little staging area, and then Daniel Garcia and 2.0 come down. They're going to be having this. They're going to have this match soon. Daniel Garcia, not a bad talent. I think Red Death. I think that's what his nickname is. He's got some talent. I can see why people are starting to praise him. FTR backstage. Total Blanchard says they're going to be the first ever 2-time tag team champions. And they said that we're going to be having an accolade and an analog and AEW and all that stuff. Okay, it's to hype up the tag talent match against the Lucha Bros on Rampage. Oh boy, and then we get the Bucks with Cole and Steve Cutler versus Rocky Romero and Chuck Taylor with Orange Cassidy. Holy Christ, this match wasn't good. There were some good moments to this match. I could have given a shit if I had to. I am not a Bucks guy. I did not care for this match. I don't care about the Bucks. Rocky Romero, he's a pretty damn good talent. Him and Trent were a pretty good tag team. Also, can I get Bryan Danielson versus Rocky Romero, please? This match went on forever. Like, this match went, 12 minutes, and it felt like it went 20. Oh my god, just this stupid bullshit with the cold spray, and why is Cutler there is what I wrote down. Cole attacks Cassidy. This match never ends. they go for the Meltzer driver, but Romero keeps countering it. Look, Chuck Taylor isn't actually a bad athlete. He's just bland. I just don't get Chuck Taylor. And same thing goes for Cassidy. He's actually a pretty good athlete. I just don't get the character. But it's just stupid bullshit that they do. The typical Buck shit. And, oh, they kiss, Adam Cole right here on the cheeks. Yeah, I can care less. Cole's demeanor has dropped, as far as I know. I get it, he's with his friends, but still. And then, finally, Meltzer driver 1, 2, 3, and the Bucks win. And then the Young Bucks Cole attack, and then Wheeler Yuta comes down. Panama Sunrise to Cassidy, and then all of a sudden Trent returns with Sue! It's Sue! Again, another list of things I would never thought I would hear again from Tony Schiavone, along with Hook! But Trent returns, and he's got a buzz cut. He looks like a less intense version of Miro. That's not a knock, that's just funny to me. He shows up, he attacks, the best friends reunite. It's everyone get in here. Give the people what they want. Okay, more on that here in a little bit. We get a recap of Nyla Rose attacking Ruby Soho. And then Ruby is backstage, and the Bunny, Penelope Ford show up. My goodness, Penelope Ford. Then they talk about, the TBS title tournament and how they want title shots. Oh boy, the Bunny in the title shot contenders match. Oof. And then the Bunny, and then they said, how about we have a 6-man tag on Rampage? Because why the hell not? And so I was like, well, we have it right here, right now. Okay. The Bunny and Ford, and then Thunder Rosa, not Thunder Rosa, Jesus, the Nyla Rose attack, and the AJ and Ty Conte show up. Okay, we're gonna have that 6-woman tag on Rampage. Sammy Guevara and Tony are on the stage, and all of a sudden Cody shows up. Yay, we don't need Cody Rhodes on our television screen. Especially with the bullshit we saw last week. Okay, it's an open challenge. It's going to be Cody versus Sammy for the TNT title on Christmas. Cool! I don't care, because I don't like Cody. And then Sky and Paige are in the bleachers. They talk about how the sheepish lion Dan Lambert is coming back after the atrocious train wreck that was a Minneapolis street fight at Full Gear. Oh god, that match was so terrible. Okay, cool. And they said they wanted a shot at Sammy again. Okay. And then Jade Cargill and the Thunder Rosa video package. This is the hype of the TBS Championship, what is it, semifinals? Is Thunder Rosa a magician? I'm sorry. Jade has the look. She is not ready. Jade looks like $1,000,000. She looks imposing and intimidating as hell. But once that bell rings, she is like a deer caught in headlights. Granted, her match against, I forgot the one girl's name that she faced on Rampage, 30 seconds, there. That's all you need. Keep it short, sweet, and to the point. Until Jade is ready, do not put her in the ring. Her pairing with Smart Mark Sterling, fine. But my god, once that bell rings, it's like bell rings, bell ring again. That's how it's supposed to be. And then Jamie Hayter with Rebel and Britt Baker, DMD. My goodness, Jamie Hayter. She took on Riho. Match was fine. It did go on for a bit, though I do appreciate that the women are being more prominent and being featured more. There were some good spots. Just the match kind of felt like it should have ended sooner than later. But I will say that it was nice to have for the women to be showcased. At one point, Rio goes for a crossbody, and then either Hayter slipped as she tried to catch her, or it was just mistimed. It was a little slip up, but nobody was hurt. And then there were some brutal shots here that Hayter took. Towards the end, there was a crucifix bomb, and it looked like Jamie landed on her head. And then Rio hits the double knees. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I just hope that Jamie's okay because that looked pretty bad. Well, Rebel tried interfering during the match as well. And then Baker attacks. She locks on the lockjaw. And we're going to be having that match soon. And then we have a Rampage card rundown. Tag title match between AEW tag title match between the Lucha Bros and FTR. Hook! He's going to be making his in-ring debut against Fuego del Sol. Wheeler Yuta is going to take on Atom Cole, baby. And we're going to have that 6-woman tag between Nyla Rose, the Bunny, Penelope Ford, and then and they're going to take on Anna Jade, Ty Conte, and Ruby Soho. Okay, fine. Then they do a Winter is Coming rundown. It's going to be MJF versus Dante Martin for the Dynamite ring. And then Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida. I forgot this feud's still continuing. Then they do a video package on that. Again, pretty good video packages all around. And then Paige versus Danielson for the title. And then the Varsity Blondes and Tony Schiavone are on stage, and they talk about 2021 and all that stuff. And it's been a pretty good year for the Varsity Blondes. And all of a sudden, the lights go out. Aleister Black shows up, sprays mist in Julia Hart's eyes, and my God, the way Julia sold that was pretty damn good. That was some pretty damn good stuff here. Okay, Black versus probably Pillman and most likely Griff. Hey, sign me up. Pillman Jr. versus Malachi Black. That would be a pretty damn good match. I will say Julia Hart does look cute, though. Alright, then we get the main event. Bryan Danielson versus John Silver. Pretty good stuff here. Pretty good stuff. John Silver, pretty impressive. He held up his own against Bryan, even though Bryan kind of did lead the match. And not because, Silver isn't a bad athlete. Just that Daniel's more experienced, but, Silver held up his own here. Pretty good stuff. There was a cool counter from Silver where Bryan went for a drop kick, turned to a powerbomb. There was some pretty good stuff here. Some pretty good maneuvers, pretty good counters as well. The knee bar, but it gets on the ropes. And, kick, punch, it's all in the mind. Kicks aplenty. Bryan hits a gotch pile driver, and that kind of looked like that didn't knock out Silver because his head was red, and then the Wings of Saturn, and then Silver's out. And then Bryan grabs the mic. He said he kicked off Uno's head, he kicked off Colt Cabana's head, Alan Angel's head, all that other stuff. And he said, I haven't kicked in John Silver's head in yet. Then he goes to attack Silver, and the page comes down, and he says, I'm going to stomp the cowboy shit out of you next week. There you go. That is how you do a pretty fun Dynamite. I would say this crowd was pretty fun. Overall, match quality-wise, it was alright. Structure-wise, pretty damn good, and I'm looking forward to Rampage and Winter is Coming. So anyways, what did you guys think about this showdown in the comment section below? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know. Again, like, comment, subscribe, join the herd. I'll talk to you in the next video. Peace out.